Welcome to Babbling Buffoons. All babbling, all buffoonery. I'm Alex.
I'm Jack, and yeah, man, welcome back.
Yeah. Real quick. Didn't you wear that in the last video?
I did, man. I love this shirt. America,
Yeah.
yeah, best country in the world, in my opinion.
Yep.
Even though other countries have it better than we do.
Potato, potato. Every place has its ups and downs.
Yep. But no, man. Batteries.
What about them?
Do you believe that our cars are going battery operated more and more nowadays than our gasoline?
I mean, they're trying to push for it and whatnot, but they're trying to claim, it's better for the environment. But my thing is this. With with the material you have to mine and whatnot to get it to make it better for the environment, is it really better because of the amount of crap you're putting in the air to mine it out, or?
Dude, it's not even that. I seen a picture of the Congo where a lot of the materials mined for the batteries, the cobalt. Man, if we can get a picture, I don't know if we'll be able to get a picture up to, in the screen to show what it is, but I advise people to really look at it from the region of the Congo, the way it was before mining for the cobalt to what it is now.
And it lithium too that they're also mining?
It's horrible. It's like it's dead.
I thought it was lithium that's the main component.
Lithium and cobalt. I believe they're mining it both down there. But it's bad. It looks dead. The whole region is dead. And not even just that, man. I want people to understand batteries itself, they take a lot to make.
Yeah, they do. And what's funny is and what I still don't understand with batteries is, like, you would think with how big the battery is inside of a vehicle, it would hold more of a charge than what it does.
Yeah, because they're massive.
But at the same time, I don't fully understand how voltage works when it comes to electricity and stuff like that. So I can't necessarily say, like, to a degree, like, they could be cranking out a lot of power. I mean, they kind of have to. They start a car and make it an engine run and stuff like that. But at the same time, I know, like, you have to take, like, I know back in the day, I think it was like 10 to 14, like, standard car batteries, hook them all together just to get a light to work.
Yeah. Well, these mines too, man. These mines down in the Congo, they're not even, they don't have machinery.
What is it, just people doing it?
It's people digging tunnels by hand. Somebody told me they get paid $1 to $2 a day to bring up the material. Like, have you ever seen the movie, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson had to go down and retrieve a person from
The Rundown.
Rundown. You see those people in the mine wearing their headpiece, got their...
Yeah.
I think it's something like that is what they had to do, too, down there. I think that's legit.
I mean, it's
down
possible.
In the Congo. And I know that, you have to think if they're hand dug and these corporations want the battery, they want the material, there's probably not safety regulations down there. Probably nothing safe for these people to get $1 or $2 a day just to try to live.
Oh, well, no, because it's in a whole different country. So probably the OSHA standards that we have to follow here in this country probably don't apply down there because it's a whole different work region and stuff like that. So, yeah, who knows what kind of work-related rules and stuff that they got down there. They might not have nearly as half or 3/4 of safety regulations and stuff implemented down there than what we got.
So you remember there's a big fuss around children in sweatshops for clothing.
Yeah, well, just sweatshops in general.
Right, just sweatshops in general, right? In the Congo, I was just looking that up, 40,000, and there's an estimated amount of children. It's 40,000 children work in those mines.
That's sad.
But you want to complain about stuff going on in the world today? Go complain about that. Get them kids out of there.
Yeah, kids shouldn't be working in a mine.
Kids shouldn't be working at all.
I can understand working on a farm.
Okay.
That's different. Like, very certain labors I can see a child doing to build character and responsibility, but a mine, no. Like,
farm, you're not going to die on.
Well, yeah, that's why I said a farm.
In a mine, you're going to die in a cave-in.
Well, not even a cave-in.
Accident.
But on top of that, the amount of all that dust and debris that's in the air that they're inhaling and whatnot, because, who's to say what lithium particles or what you said, cobalt, can do to your lungs or just your body and whatnot. And if you're down there for, who knows, I'm rough guessing maybe 10, 12, 14 hours a day, no mask protection, just chipping away at that stuff, and it's just caked in your face all day long. Like,
I
what
would
is
think lung disease would have to be a huge issue down there.
yeah.
It'd have to
What
be.
is what did they used to call it back in the day for coal mining? Miner's lung, when like they would like coughing all the time and just black was coming out because all the
Yeah.
coal that they were always like inhaling and stuff. So like I wouldn't
Well,
be
not just that, methane gases and everything too.
yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't be
It's-
surprised if they have like a different variation of miner's lung down there with what they're dealing with. But yeah, kids should not be doing that whatsoever.
Yeah, one point. What is it? 1.5 to 2 million people are employed in those mines. So if you think about it, right? If it's $1 or $2 a day, you're getting paid to do it. That's still with the amount of money these corporations make on mining that material. You're basically paying slaves to do it
Oh yeah,
because you're only giving $1 to.
yeah. What did you say is like what 1 to 2 million people?
Yeah.
So, well, even if we highball it, say 2 million people, and then even if, say, everyone happened to get paid $2 that day, that's 4 million a day. But I guarantee the amount of cobalt and lithium that they mine and that you shipped out, you're banking way more money from that shipment than what you are paying those people. And you're going to tell me that you can't afford to pay them a decent wage to do all that?
And people's going to tell us, right, that pay is good in that area. I don't care if it's good or not. I can go online right now, order a Tesla battery pack, and I'm not trying to say they support that. I don't know if they do, but I'm just saying if you could buy a battery pack, and I'm just saying Tesla because that's what I looked at for when I buy my house or when I built my house is a Tesla battery pack. They're $13,000, $12,000 to buy a battery pack, and I'm not saying they get that from there. I'm just saying if a corporation is making batteries out of what they're paying those people in the Congo, $1 or $2. I don't care. It's not justified in my mind.
Yeah.
Even if the cost of living is cheaper there, I don't give a crap. That's
Yeah, you're having them do something extremely dangerous to benefit you and whatnot. You're paying them extremely cheap like that. Like
you're looking at 1.5 to 2 million people mining, over 10 million a year, and then you have over 10 million people in the region.
That's sad.
So a fifth of their population is working in that mine.
And they're only getting paid the basic minimum wage to them.
To them, it's probably high money. Honestly,
Maybe.
that's probably big bucks for them. I don't know their minimum wage scale over there, but I
Yeah, I don't know the pay at all.
But even if we focus not on the pay, the amount of destruction we're doing to our planet and to the region, and even if the people are, getting lung disease by being down in them caves, being in the mine shafts, being wherever they're at that moment, all that gases and everything are leaking into our atmosphere.
Yeah.
You say and like it's nothing. It's still horrible.
Well, you got to think. Gases like that have been released and constantly being released since this planet's been out and whatnot, even from the Earth's self and stuff like that. So
What else are we taking off the earth right now that helps us breathe? We're destroying our trees. We're taking trees off, which help filter.
It's one of them, yeah. But we've also discovered a lot of other stuff from the ocean has actually been taking a lot of the carbon dioxide out of the air and actually releasing it as oxygen and whatnot.
That's
And
still
stuff.
something I
But
don't
don't get
wanna
me
mess
wrong,
with.
we still shouldn't be chopping down the amount of trees that we're chopping down and whatnot. We still need them and stuff and like that. But yeah, like all that mining is ridiculous.
I mean, I'm not free from criticism. I use batteries all the time.
Yeah, well, they make it staple for a lot of the stuff that we use in this day and age because with us being in a technology age, everything runs off of batteries. So that's why, it's hypocritical for us to say, these things in a sense, but we turn around and yes, we use batteries, but at the same time, some of the stuff that we use, we're kind of forced to have to use and whatnot that requires a battery. Cell phone's a big one.
Oh, cell phone. The camera we're using right now to record this.
These microphones use a battery to record what we're saying. Like everything uses a battery and whatnot. So
Well, the microphones don't, but they hook to the thing that
same difference. Potato.
It is. But we're all guilty of it. Look, I just told you I want to buy a big battery pack to support my house when I get one.
Yeah.
But guess what? I'll probably get 2 or 3 battery packs, to be honest with you, so I have enough energy.
Yeah.
But we don't do justice for our planet and for the people in the Congo if we're paying all that money for stuff and they're getting paid next to nothing.
Especially
They're talking $1 or $2 a day, and I'm not telling you how much I make per hour, but
Yeah, that's terrible.
dude, I just thought about that. That's insane. For 1 hour, they'd have to work. Oh man, I don't know how many days they have to work to get
For
to where I'm at for 1 hour.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, for what I make, I would say they would almost they'd have to work a lot to make what I make. Yeah, just in 1 hour,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
a day.
terrible.
Yeah.
Could you
What the
imagine
heck?
if we had to do that? Imagine that here.
And they don't have the ability to leave their area to get here. Some of them do, some of them don't.
But imagine that here in the States if it was like that with our job, where no matter how much we worked in one day, we just got paid that one amount.
Yeah. No.
That would be terrifying.
Yeah, probably wouldn't just grow what I could grow and scavenge what I can scavenge.
But we get a little sidetracked.
But
The one thing that I still haven't figured out and understand with batteries is how we have yet gotten the concept of making a battery small enough, but can crank out energy. You would think with how much time, effort, and stuff we've spun into battery development that we would have come up with something by now.
yeah.
You know, I'm not saying something for like an exosuit or a giant mech or something like that, but it's like I said, like you would think by now, like I said, yeah, we could have done something like that, or at least to a degree. You know,
I mean, they have over time. We went from what? Batteries in cameras and watches to now operating a car. Possibly even airplanes here real soon.
I'm sorry, but I would never, as of right now, at least in my lifetime, never trust any plane that ever said that they were pure electric. I'm sorry.
It's going to go there eventually.
I would rather trust one on fuel because my thing is this: if that plane gets hacked, the whole thing goes down. You know, at least potentially with a fuel line plane, it's running on a fuel system. So you have a chance to still be able to go and whatnot. I'm not, I don't know technical stuff, but I still would rather trust a plane that runs on fuel than an entire plane that's on a battery.
Okay. You trust a car with batteries?
No, because if I did, I'd have one.
No, it's just too expensive for me to own one.
Well, it's not even the fact of the expensiveness. It's just I just don't trust them because of the fact of the matter is with it being an all-electric car, and the fact is that it's all programmable and stuff, and with how people are nowadays with computers and stuff, it's easy for them. If they hack my vehicle, now I have absolutely no control of it whatsoever. If I try to go to turn it off, they could disable the shut-off thing.
Has there been a hack yet?
Not that we know of, but who's to say there hasn't been? They've kept it quiet.
Nah, there hasn't been no hack yet.
Again, they could keep it quiet. We don't know. I'm just saying.
I mean, I know there's been problems with self-driving cars, but to actually have a car hacked.
But I'm just
no.
saying, like, we don't know.
Could it be done? I probably,
Oh,
yeah.
I agree. It could
Again, you're not
definitely
going
be
to
done.
hack the car through the battery. You're going to hack the car through the.
But it's
computer
all
system.
connected to an electronic battery and everything. Like I said, to where with a fuel line vehicle, to where, there's some electric stuff inside there and whatnot.
They still got a computer in your car.
Yeah, but
Nowadays.
but if I turn the key off, that shuts everything off to the fuel line system and whatnot. Like you can't disable turning off.
You don't think there's a back door that they could access through your computer to keep it going with just the battery?
Maybe, I don't know. I never thought of that actually.
I'm just saying batteries in general have evolved from when we started using them to now.
I can, yes, because I can.
But I just can't get over the damage that we do to our world by harvesting the material.
Well, what I don't get is why we haven't. I mean, we probably can now because they started wanting to, but why did we never recycle the batteries back in the day? You're telling me we couldn't figure out a way to like just recharge a used battery? You tell me we couldn't drain the acid or whatever was in there or remold it to hold a charge again or something?
Well, let's go with that. Charging. You play games.
Mm-hmm.
Your controllers have rechargeable batteries in them.
Yeah.
Once you recharge them a certain amount of time, they just don't last as long. They don't last as long, and then they just stop working.
Yeah, and that's fine. But then my thing is this. You can take the metal, melt it back down with the other metal, mix it back in and whatnot because it's still a recyclable material because a big component to help with that charge is the like acid and the water and stuff and what else that's inside the battery. That's what helps maintain it. You tell me you can't recycle that metal and reuse it to make a new battery?
Probably a lot cheaper to make the battery all over again versus doing it, considering they're only paying people $1 or $2 a day.
Yeah, to mine all that stuff. Yeah, probably. And probably, too, if they did recycling like that, people wouldn't be buying their products to make their money and stuff. So their greed kicks in yet again.
Yep. That's a thing that we like to bring up in our podcast quite a lot, just greed.
It's the number one.
But I don't know. It's the battery situation. They're everywhere. It's going to eventually be everything. So, but yeah, guys, it was just going to be a short podcast talking about batteries today. And
I do want to see what they can do with it in the future, because I do feel like here soon, though, like I said, like once they get the science truly figured out, dude, for that stuff, think about the improvements we're going to have. We'll have mech suits. We'll have exoskeletons. We'll have, giant robots, potentially could even maybe actually have authentic flying vehicles. Because I truly think that's the reason why we don't have them yet in the future and whatnot, is because we don't have a battery that we could put inside one that could maintain it.
you just contradicted yourself so much right there.
How so?
We're going to have flying vehicles with batteries.
No, I'm saying I'm surprised we haven't yet because of that. But at that point,
yet, I'll never trust an aircraft with pure battery.
No, But
you would own a flying car with battery.
No, I would not own a flying car.
I know you would.
No, I would
You'd
look
be like,
and
yes, the Jetsons.
Oh, no. I'm not going down and crashing if my battery decides to give up on me. I would rather already be on the ground cruising than to be up in the air. Now, don't get me wrong. If I see it go by, like, man, that's kind of cool. And then people are like, why don't you buy one? No, I'm good. Like people with boats, like, don't like the water. They'll look at the boat and be like, oh, that's a beautiful boat. Oh, you should go out or get you one. No, I'm good. I'll stay here. I like it from afar. That's me with flying. Yeah, I'm good. From a distance, it's great. I don't have to be there to have fun.
I'd be up there.
That's you.
I would be. If you're gonna go, you might as well go big.
I'll be too old by that time and don't want to.
That's fine. That's better for me.
I'll be too grounded.
I'll be hey, Alex, focus.
That was good.
Focus.
I am focused.
It's a side joke. But anyways, yeah, guys, just wanted to do this one about batteries. I seen that in the Congo, and it got me a little upset that they what they pay and who they have mining our stuff. Kind of makes me think things all over again. But yeah, until next time, guys, remember, hit that like button, help us get out there, and remember to subscribe if you're not.
Yep, share the videos, tell your friends, tell your family. But this has been Babbling Buffoons. All babbling, all buffoonery.